All right, here we go. Day 3 of our Boomer and Sun project. In this video, we're going to be looking at the indicator. If you haven't already gotten the indicator, just reach out to me. I'll leave a link to my email in the description below. Just go look in the description. You'll see a link that says Boomer and Sun indicator. Just go ahead and email me. Probably the easiest way to email me is just to go to my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Head on over there, sign up for my free email newsletter. As soon as you sign up for that, you'll get a welcome email sent out to you. Just reply back to that welcome email. And in the subject line of the email or in the top of the body of the email, just put the words Boomer and Sun indicator so I'll know what you're referencing, and I'll get back to you with all the details on how to grab this and go from there. Now, once you reach out to me, or if you've already gotten the indicator, you'll have a text file with a bunch of code like this. That's the indicator. What you're going to do is you're just going to copy this. And to copy it, just say select all. I'm on a Mac, so a Mac is Command A. Command A will select all the text, and then I'll say copy, and then I'll go over to Trading View. I'll click on this plus sign up here to open up a new canvas. Then I'll come down here. I'll click on Pine Editor down here at the bottom left where it says Pine Editor. I'll click on that. I'll make sure everything is deleted from that window, and then I'll paste that text, all that script text that I just selected. I'll just copy and paste it in there. Then I'll come up here and I'll say Publish, click Pine Editor, and then you'll come to a page where you'll see something like this. This is the indicator. Now, this is the indicator as it comes right out of the box, right as you bought it. And for this project, I'm going to be doing some customization. I'm going to tweak it a little bit, add in a couple of other indicators to it. So there'll be a video right after this one that explains how to do that. It'll show you how I'm customizing it and how you can just follow along and customize it too. So after this video, be sure to watch that video, the customization video. But real quick, before we do that, let's just go through this indicator and I'll explain the basics of it here. This is a super simple indicator. We'll just be getting these buy and sell buttons. You can see right here the green buy, the little button there that says buy. That's when we go long, and when we go short, we'll get a sell signal, the little button that says sell. Now, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see that on this indicator, there's these areas of the red background, and there's areas with a green background. Those areas of red and green, they just signify that whether we're in a bullish signal or if we're in a bearish signal at any specific time. You'll also notice this band here. There's like this wavy form here that's red. It's like a darker red and a lighter red. Comes down here. This is also signifying what the current trend is of the signal that we're in. Obviously, red means bearish, just as the background means bearish. And this band here that's green is bullish, just as the background color is bullish. Now you also see these dotted lines throughout this. These are areas of potential support and resistance that we'll be using for profit targets. And I'll explain how that works right now. Let's just come in here and let's say we got this signal here. What we want to do when we get a signal, when one of these little buttons show up that say buy or sell, we want to just confirm it. And the way we do that is we just confirm that the background is red on the same bar that the sell signal's at. So we want a red background, and we want this red band, this red wavy form here, to also be red. You want all three things to line up, and that's a confirmed sell signal. So again, to confirm a short sell signal, you'll see the button that says sell, the background will be red, and the band, the wavy band that's behind the bars, will also be red. On the flip side, when we get a bullish signal, we'll get the green buy button. We just want to confirm that the background is green and that that wavy form there is also green. You want to make sure all three things line up. We got the green buy button, the green background color, and the green waveform. So next, let's talk about profit targets. Once we get into a trade, we're going to be using these dotted lines, which are areas of potential support and resistance. We're going to be using those as our profit targets. So for example, right here, let's say we got into this trade. We get the buy signal. We confirm that the background is green. We confirm that that wavy form is green. So we get into the trade. We ride it up. And as soon as one of these bars hits the first area, this first dotted line, which is a potential area of support or resistance, that's where we exit. That's our exit point. So in this example, we got in here, we ride it up. Once this bar came up and touched that dotted line there, that first dotted line, that's our profit target. That's where we get out of the trade. Now let's look at one on the downside. So here's a bearish signal. We get the sell signal. We confirm the background is red. The wavy form is red. So we go short. We get into this trade. This comes down, and the first dotted line that we hit here, that's our profit target. So on this bar, you can see it traded down through it, hit it. That's our profit target. That's where we get out of the trade for a profit. Now, what are the exits? Say a trade starts to move against us. We want to exit the trade if and when one of these green candlestick bars closes below this green wavy form. in this bullish situation. So again, let's say we got into this trade here, we got the signal, everything looks good, we're confirmed, we got the green background, we got the green wavy form, we got the buy button. So we get into this trade. Let's say one of these bars, these candlestick bars, closed down and actually closed, like printed closed below that green bar. That would be an exit. So if one of these bars had come down through that green wavy form and closed below that before we hit that dotted line, that profit target, we would exit the trade. Same thing on the sell side. In this case, we're going short. We're writing it down. If one of these candlesticks closes above this red wavy form, actually closes, prints above it before we hit one of our profit targets, that's where we want to get out. That's our exit. And let's see, I'm going to go back through here and see if I can find an example. Okay, here's one here. So in this case, where you see we're bullish, we're going up, everything's green, the background's green, we got the green wavy form, we got the green bars, we're going up. None of these bars have closed below this green wavy form. Now, even though we hit the profit target there, let's just say that that wasn't there and we kept trading. At this point here, you see how that candle closes below the green wavy form? It closes below it. That is an exit. And it's also, you can see the green wavy form turns red in the background. That is also an exit signal. And they don't necessarily have to be together. Like if you just get one or the other, they're both exit signals. So in this case, let's say that that green wavy form stayed green, but this bar closed below the green wavy form. I would just use that one instance, that just the fact that the bar closed below it as a signal to exit it. Or let's say that the bar closed above it and remained green, but this red wavy form turned red behind it. I would take that as an exit signal. So it's either or both. And there's one more exit signal, and that's when the background changes color from the current trend that we're in. So let's say, here's an example. Please come in here. So in this case, you can see we're green. We got the green background. We got the green bars. We got the green buy signal. We got that green wavy form. But right here, even though we got a green bar, the fact that the background turned red, I would use that as a signal to exit. I would get out of that trade. So there's three elements we can use all together or each individually. One is if the bar closes above or below the wavy form trend. The second is if the wavy form color changes color. And the third is if the background changes color. Let's see if I can find another example here. Here's an example of an exit. So we're green, 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 green. Right here you can see that this bar closed. It actually closed and printed the complete bar before this one started to print below the wavy form. That's an exit. As well as you can see that the wavy form turned red. There's another one. You can see we closed below it. The wavy form turned red. That would be an exit. Now here's one. This is another. So here's one. Here's another example. So here in this one, you can see that we have the red background, which is bearish. We have the red wavy form, which is bearish. We have the red bars, which is bearish. But on this one here, we have a red bar, like a doji or whatever you call that. But the candlestick did not close above the wavy form. It stayed below it as if the trend were still bearish, but the background color turned green. The wavy form stayed red, but the background color turned green. That is an exit. So they don't necessarily all appear together, like all three at the same time to get the exit. If any one of those or a combination of those show up, but if just one of the three shows up, that's where I exit. So that's it. Super, super simple. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. Again, if you haven't gotten this indicator yet, just reach out to me. I'll leave a link in the description below. Head on over to my website, sign up for my free email newsletter. As soon as you do that, you'll get a welcome email sent out to you. Just reply back to that welcome email. And in the body of the email, put Boomer & Son indicator so that I'll know what you're referencing. I'll get back to you with all the details of how and where you can grab this. All right, so in the next video, we'll be looking at how I'm customizing this. I'm adding a few other indicators to it, and I'm tweaking the settings a little bit. So I'll show you that in the next video so you can follow along. You can do the same thing. Again, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below or reach out to me, and we'll see you in the next video.